guys, welcome back to my channel. So I decided to give another go to the Starter Home 20K budget challenge. So what I've done this time to ensure my success is I created a sim and moved them into this lot. So I literally had to abide by the money in my account. So that's how I kept myself straight this time and kept myself from going over budget, because it literally just wasn't there. So you can see here, I already drew the layout, a smaller house, one floor, because I know that I need to stay within that budget. The lot that I used was a $2,000 lot fee, so I had to take that out. So it's actually building and furnishing this house on 18,000 simoleons. So we'll get to see how I manage that. You'll notice that although I did succeed in building this budget home this time around, it was not easy. So you're going to notice I'm going to add a lot of things that get taken away later on, including an entire room of the house that I ended up ditching so I could have that money back. So right now I'm just working on the kitchen, trying to figure out what type of cabinets I want to put in there. I do think I stuck with the black and gray theme in that kitchen eventually, but you'll find out later that I do ditch some of those cabinets for the extra cash. So that was my pain and agony while building this, is filling one room and just loving the way it turned out, and then later on having to take something out because I needed the money back. So definitely was a struggle. I'm very proud of myself though. I'm glad that I succeeded. Once you see the house in the end, I'm satisfied with the way it turned out, but I have a lot of dreams and visions for what this house could be with some more cash. So there's a good chance that that sim that I moved in here is going to be making some upgrades to this house in a very short amount of time. So now we're working on the bathroom. I realized very quickly, since I am on a budget at this point, that I do need to make sure that I have all the essentials. Have to have a kitchen, have to have a bathroom and a shower, have to have a bedroom, right? So those are the essentials that my sim's gonna need to live. So I went ahead and started putting that stuff in first before I spent any money on anything extra. So here we have our bathroom. I did decide to go with one counter with that sink, just because the extra counter was an extra expense that wasn't necessary. So although I would have liked to have the double counter, it wasn't necessary in this starter home. So I'm adding some flooring. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the bed, because like I said, I needed all my essentials to make sure that the sim had everything they needed. So I added the bed, added the kitchen and the bathroom. You'll notice my cash flow is getting quite low at this point. So I'm at 765 simoleons and I barely have anything in this house. So this is where I had to make some tough decisions. You can see I'm taking out some of those cabinets in the kitchen, thinking like, oh, do we really need that many? Can we add cabinets later on? Yeah, probably. So I ditched some of those for some cash, added a coffee table just to give the living room something besides seating, and added the most basic sad television other than the Penguin one. That's when I realized I need more money. This isn't enough, so I'm deleting this extra bedroom. So the starter home was supposed to be a 2-bedroom, and I needed that money, so we ditched one of the bedrooms and made it just a 1-bedroom starter home. Nice thing about this lot though is you do have all that room in the back. So you could definitely expand this as your family grows. So at least there's that option that in my heart made me feel a little bit better, knowing that it wouldn't always have to stay this small, and that I could add some stuff once my sim got going and had a little bit more money. So I did end up changing the outside of the house. I think it was when I changed the roof. I was like, I don't really think I like this siding, so I updated that a little bit, made it a little bit more modern looking on that exterior walls a bit, added a little front porch area, or maybe patio since it's not really elevated. thrown in some windows, so right now there weren't any windows in there. So now that I got a lot of that money back from ditching that extra bedroom, I was able to kind of spend a little more frivolous and add some light, natural light to it. Okay, so decorating the front up a little bit. So even though this is a starter home and I was on a budget, I still made sure that the house was homey and pretty looking on the outside and the inside with some little decorative flares to it. And that makes me happy that even though it's a starter home, it doesn't have to just be bare boned, which a lot of the furnished Maxis homes tend to look like. So if you just move straight into one of the homes already furnished in your world, as it's decorated by the game, they're not always decorated, so to speak. There's very few extras. It's all those basic need to have items. So I really wanted to make sure that even though this was a starter home, that it had some flair and creativity to it. So I decorated the outside, wanted to make sure that looked kind of nice. And I think I eventually even had, I know it doesn't look like it right now, but eventually I found some money and I used every last simoleon that I possibly could. I don't remember exactly what I ended up with. I think it was somewhere around like $11 or $18 left in the end. So I spent everything I had to get this house looking the way it does in the end. So I'm just rearranging the bedroom, trying to figure out how to fit this dresser in here. Wanted to make sure it wasn't just a bed in there, so we did add the dresser. I don't think that I did add a whole lot of extras in the bedroom after that, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I did start to run out of money. I did change up the windows a little bit. That didn't cost any extra money for me because the windows that I was swapping them with were the same cost, so that worked out well for me. So just putting in those big, larger, bright windows. Now I don't think, and shame on me, I'm pretty sure I didn't touch curtains at all in this build, so hopefully whoever's living in this house doesn't mind people being able to see straight through their windows, because I did not get a chance to add curtains with my $11, but hey, maybe with our first paycheck we can put some curtains in there. So our outside has a little bit of floral and green around it. We're going to add some flowers on our kitchen table and a little rug just to kind of give it a little bit extra decoration. And let's see, where do we go next? Adding just some nice little accents around the house as much as we can. Standing back and looking at the house now, you can see I'm just painting the grass because I wanted that darker color. I don't mind having the dirt though underneath the plants. I feel like that makes it look realistic. So I really felt like this patio was bare there on that side and I was dying to put something on it. So I just sold something. It went too fast. I don't remember what I sold, but I sold something just to get this money so I could put these plants here just to decorate up that patio a bit. I was going to put a chair in there and I couldn't find one that I liked, so I think I just leave the plants. So what else do I, oh, I put some paintings maybe. Do I have, oh, I have $88, so I definitely bought something else. Don't recall. Oh, I just remembered what it was. I'll let it be a surprise for you. So I did end up putting some extra touches. We're down to $38 now, so it can't be too much. You're gonna see me shopping through a lot of stuff, trying to figure out what I want to spend this money on. And I found these really cute tree wall decals, and I have never seen those before, so I was kind of really pumped about it. I thought that they looked really cute, so I threw those up in the bedroom. Just to add a little bit of flair since there's not really a whole lot in there besides the bed. But there it is, you guys. The final touches are done. I finished it. It's furnished and it's livable, all within a $20K budget, so your brand new sim can move in without a problem. So enjoy these screenshots. Make sure you check it out on the gallery under Big Guns Barbie and give it a download. And then like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed watching. Thanks. Have a great day.